I've never been more nervous for a new Brawler's release, and that is the brand new ultra legendary Kaze. So Kaze is going to be coming out on May 29th. She's going to be the second Brawler released in this update cycle. And it's for good reason, dude. We got to get prepped for her. That's for sure if we want to unlock her free to play. So the price point for an ultra legendary is going to be 999 gems. And if unlocking with credits, it's going to be 5,500. So technically not as bad as I thought a higher rarity than a legendary would be, given the fact that everything just doubles when you progress. But it's still expensive, dude. So I would like to see whether or not it is worth it. Let's dive into Kaze. It's weird to see the 1-out-of-1 ultra legendary brawlers. Interesting. Activate Gadget to change aspect. Available from power 1. So if we activate the Gadget to see, yeah, she switches. And the cooldown is pretty dang fast. Dude, the utility of this character is going to be insane. Like, come on. This is the first time I'm using her. She's crazy. I'm very, very curious as to what the cadence is going to be for ultra legendaries. How often are they going to release these brawlers? Because, dude, if it's like once a year, it's going to be such a strain on free to plays. But I'm not complaining, I guess, as of right now, because she's actually really, really cool. Just expensive. Taking a look at the gadgets here. So as it was explained in the Brawl talk, Kaze is going to technically have 4 gadgets, 4 star powers, and 2 hypercharges. But if you unlock a gadget, it's going to count as both, right? It's the same gadget, just operates differently in both forms. So for gadget number 1, Gracious Host. For the Geisha form, switch to Ninja Aspect and gain 30% movement speed for 2.5 seconds. The cooldown is 6 seconds. And then while you're in the Ninja form and you switch back to the Geisha Aspect, you'll heal 30% of your max health. The cooldown, once again, 6 seconds. These gadgets are really interesting, seeing that the cooldown is 6 seconds. I'm guessing they developed this character in the hopes that you'll be able to switch pretty freely in between each forms, but having a gadget on a 6-second cooldown time, even if it is a very simple one, is still really, really good, right? Gadget number 2, in your Geisha form, switch to the Ninja Aspect and gain invisibility for 2 seconds with a 6-second cooldown time. Wow. And then while you're in the Ninja form, switch to your Geisha Aspect and dash forward, as if she needed another dash. So testing out the first one, we saw it just briefly already. We get a 20% movement speed increase, which that's really good. Getting back into lane and just mobility in general, that's wild. And then while you're switching into your Geisha form, you will be healing yourself with this one, and it's an instant heal. Dude, the sustain. Mobility and sustain with this gadget, because you can cycle through it like very, very quickly. So much HP, so much movement speed. Wow. But testing out the second gadget here, the very first one, once again, is invisibility. Dude, every brawler in this game has invisibility, though it's only 2 seconds. To be honest, I feel like that's really all you're gonna need. Coming out of a bush and trying to get on top of someone and dealing damage, I think it's gonna be useful, though entering this form with invisibility seems a little bit off, seeing that this is like your long range damage dealer. It might have been better to go invisible for like the Geisha form, where that's more your assassination build, trying to deal as much damage as possible. Possibly use case could be just to use it defensively, go invis, try to retreat back so you're in a good spot with your long range. But then of course the next one is a dash, so you dash up and then you can dash more. It's literally more it is. This character is so offensive to me. It's just like such a good brawler. But why don't we get into the star powers? Once again, much like the gadgets, there are 4 of these technically, but starting off with the first one, advanced techniques. While you're in your Geisha form, hitting an enemy in a strike spot also slows them down by 30% for 2.5 seconds. So your strike spot is that critical hit spot. Not bad. I don't think it's as important for you if you're trying to go in and dealing more damage. It's more so, I think, a really good supportive tool for people on your team. Like, get in there, hit a slow, and then maybe a Piper can land their shot a bit easier. Because truly, what would you use it for on you? Just easier auto aim. If you're already on top of someone, typically you're going for the kill with those dashes. But then while in the ninja form, when a marked enemy is defeated, they will deal area damage to other enemies. And I'm assuming the marked means the super. So when the super pops after a few seconds, it's going to deal area damage, which I'm very interested to seeing what that looks like. All right, so if we hit someone with the strike pattern, they get slowed. You can see that little effect on the boss robot there. It's interesting. It moves around while you're attacking here. So it goes clockwise around in a 4 pattern area, right? So you just got to kind of keep it in mind where you're going to want to go for. But every single basic attack a slow comes out, it's pretty good. Now, while we are in this form, using the super, we'll use it on a mouse robot. Let's see what the area effect damage looks like. Oh, wow. That's pretty dang good. But moving on to the second star power, gratuity included. When in geisha form, removes 34% ammo from brawlers instantly caught in the fan storm. Of course, the fan storm is her super. Dang, and I like this one as well. Increases duration of gadget effects by 50%. All right, 50% increase. So do we just get both of these star power abilities? Doesn't matter what form you're in, technically. So if we use the gadget here, we gain movement speed. Yep, that is definitely lasting longer. So it doesn't matter what form you're in. Each time you use the gadget that has an effect attached to it in terms of a duration, like the invisibility or anything like that, it's just going to increase. So pretty broken. That movement speed one is so dang good, and the health, I think that's my favorite gadget so far. But if you're more of like an invisibility abuser, that might be kind of good too, gaining an extra second to it. Yeah, that's substantial. Definitely feels way different. Dude, this character's so crazy. But the Hypercharge. Ancient Energy. See if I can read it fast enough. While in the geisha form, the center of the fan storm damages enemies over time. So like a sandy super with the star power attached, you know. But in the ninja aspect, Kaze gains increased dash speed, and her marks instantly damage if the target's health is low enough to be defeated. That was funny. So the Hypercharge in the geisha form, I think, is pretty dang lackluster. It just adds damage to an already pretty good super, though, if you ask me. So the chip damage is going to look a lot like this. I guess it's pretty substantial damage, right? Enough to kill a mouse robot, I suppose. But then in your ninja form, you get increased movement speed and your attacks will automatically pop. You know what I'm saying? So can you imagine how broken that's going to be with the star power that gives you AoE damage on that super? That's going to be wild. Pretty dang mind-blowing. This character, man, this character. Getting into some of the smaller things, I suppose, probably big things for some of you guys out there. If you guys didn't know, when it comes to mastery and the rewards that we get along it, it increases with rarity. So something like a legendary brawler is going to get 1,000 coins, 2,000 coins at the silver 2, all that good jazz. A super rare only gets 750 coins at that tier, and then at tier 2, 1,250. But I suppose a plus point for ultra legendaries is that you're going to get more with your mastery track. The first coin reward is 1,500 for our comparison unit here, and then the tier 2 is 3,000. So you're adding 1,000 to that in comparison to the tier 2 for the legendaries. Not bad. They're keeping that consistent. I like that. But then taking a look at the title for Kaze, it is Ninja. I feel like sometimes you guys in the comments come up with like the best mastery titles. If you have a better one, let me know what you would think it should be. So now that we got all of that out of the way, I want to see what she kind of feels like in practice, right? We're only going to be playing against bots, but I feel like this character has so much going on with her kit. I can stay entertained against bots just from the playable character, you know? She seems a lot of fun. All right, I think this is going to be my favorite build by far. The healing plus speed gadget, the duration increase of the star power, and the ammo steal. It's hard to keep it all in line. There's 4 abilities, bro. All right, so let's get some boxes here. The cool thing is you really don't have to aim it, bro. Like, you're just spamming auto aim. You'll get that damage every single time. Pretty much, yeah. That's what I was thinking. All right, we're going for the speed increase to close in on this bot. And then we literally have to wait like 2 more seconds for, what's it called? Let's get this guy. Yeah. This feels not bad at all. Okay, wait. How's the bot gonna react when we use the decreased vision here? So we're gonna throw it down on the penny. All right, she's coming out, and they take damage when coming out of the super. All right. So we get speed, but if we also use the gadget, we get HP back. And in Showdown, I think that's going to be really, really good. Okay. Let's go like this. I ain't done with you, homie. Come here. So he's going to take damage? Yeah, he is. All right, let's get some HP. All right, it didn't work. We didn't have the suit or the gadget in time. Wow. In retrospect, the dash might be pretty good. We're going to try this one now. Okay, we have invisibility and a dash. And also the increased duration star power and ammo stealing super. All right, we got a kit top right. So the very first one is invisibility. So we can use it to get in here. Maybe hunt down. All right, we got a dash. I like the dash going into this aspect. We can get closer and confirm being able to actually deal some good damage. It's like, in comparison, if you guys play a lot of Mortis, it'd be like instead of burning your first dash to get in close so you can set up your like perfect angles with Mortis, you can use that gadget so you can have full ammo, you know what I mean? All right, let's go like this. The game is a little buggy. Maybe it's the build. All right, we're going invis. Lining up here. Nice. Killing the Gale. Dash away. Throw down this, honestly. I kind of like the difference here. Like, you have mechanics when in your geisha form that have range, like your super. And then when you change into your ninja form, of course, your basic attack is your range. But then you also have, like, a more aggro attack with your super, you know? All right, let's dash away. We have more power cubes, so we can play a bit more aggro. Let's go in. The speed of that too, the unload speed. Dude, like I said, I knew it. Like, playing against the bots would still be fun. This character her base character is so much fun. All right, you guys, I think I've learned quite a bit about this character. Still don't know how I feel about a increased rarity, an ultra legendary brawler. I think a lot of people are a little bit scared of an increased rarity just in terms of price. But I guess one of the good things that is coming out of this is with every increased rarity, the more interesting mechanics they're going to have, you know? Because undoubtedly, this character is fun. Very, very fun. So I suppose an ultra legendary rarity gives way for more interesting characters and mechanics in Brawl Stars. Just hoping they aren't like busted every single time. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking about Kaze here. And make sure to stay tuned for more sneak peeks right around the corner. Adios. Take care.